My name is Kelly Sowell. Today, Robin Natove and I will be discussing all things related to travel during an emergency, from travel advances to travel reimbursements and all the requirements in between. We'll begin by talking about travel advances. The department is authorized to use the Travel Revolving Fund to issue advances for DOT employees during declared emergencies issued by the governor. The Travel Revolving Fund should only be used when time will not permit the Financial Services Office to process a travel advance using the normal FLAIR process, or if management has communicated in writing a critical need. Travelers may be advanced up to 100% of projected meal allowances. Each DOT location receiving cash from the Travel Revolving Fund is responsible for ensuring that cash is secured. All cash on hand must be placed in a secure location, such as a safe or cash box with a lock. A determination should be made if security personnel will be needed at the time of distributing cash. Cash will be counted out to the traveler at the time it is being given, and in return, the traveler will acknowledge the receipt of the cash by signing the appropriate advance form. In cases when a deployed traveler needs additional cash, a cash advance can be received from another district's account. However, under no circumstances should a traveler give cash to another traveler. The coordination of booking hotel rooms for employees being deployed into affected areas is a complex task but can be a smooth process with ongoing communication and good documentation. Direct purchase of a block of rooms may be necessary to ensure we have adequate and reasonable lodging for employees. Every attempt should be made to ensure that unused rooms are kept to a minimum.
Hotels are generally procured and direct paid by the comptroller. It can also be done by the deployed or impacted district. We have listings of hotels near staging areas for each of the districts and turnpike. Depending on the event, these locations may suffice. Unfortunately, in some events, there are no hotels available near the staging areas. It is helpful for the impacted district who knows where the crews need to be daily to provide the best location based on the circumstances for the crews to stay. The district deploying the crews needs to provide the comptroller with the number of employees they are sending and the check-in and check-out dates. Once the district knows the individuals being deployed, they must provide the specifics. At times, rooms are limited and must be shared. It is best if the districts match up those sharing rooms before deploying. The response is very dynamic and changes in needs can happen quickly. All changes should be communicated to the comptroller as soon as possible. Two key roles districts need to designate are their coordinating contact and their administrative staff. The coordinating contact is one per deployed district and one per impacted district who communicates their needs, including changes to the comptroller. Contact is required 24/7, so provide the name and all contact mechanisms. The comptroller will provide likewise. The administrative staff are those from the deployed districts which will keep up with the projects the employees are working on for timesheet and travel voucher purposes. In addition, they will obtain required information at check-in and collect signed receipts at checkout, with copies being submitted to the comptroller. When deployed crews are checking in, someone should be in charge of capturing for each hotel the employee and room number assigned along with the employee's signature. A spreadsheet will be provided for use when the logistics and timing allows. When deployed crews are checking out, someone should be in charge of obtaining the receipts from the hotel and confirming the room number, the employee assigned, check-in date, and checkout date. They should have the employee sign the receipt as received. A copy of the check-in sheet and the hotel receipts must be forwarded to the comptroller upon return to the office. Employees being deployed should be notified of the amount of days that should be expected for them to pack for. As per the slide in the emergency purchasing section, laundry services are allowed when the travel statutes have been suspended. When laundry services are obtained through the hotel, bags will be provided and the employee should record their name and room number on the bag. When laundry is returned, the employee should make sure their name and room number is recorded on the receipt and it is signed as received. The laundry receipt should be turned in with signed hotel receipts to the district assigned employee. There are times when, due to the damage, there are no or limited locations to obtain food. The department may obtain the food for those in the field, both those spending the night in a hotel and those Class C travelers. When food is going to be provided, we recommend that employees are informed prior to deployment. Employees will not be able to claim the meal allowance when a meal is provided. The district's contact should communicate to the other designated employee the specific names of those employees who will need to be provided food, along with the times the meal should be made available. The comptroller will provide the logistics to the district's contact for dissemination to the crews.
Upon the traveler's return to headquarters, the travel reimbursement voucher must be completed in a timely fashion. If the traveler received in advance, then the travel form 300-000-01 should be used for submitting the travel reimbursement request. Once completed, the net amount due will determine whether a reimbursement is due to the traveler or a refund is due to the department. The net amount due is the difference between the reimbursement summary total and the travel cash advance amount on the travel reimbursement form. If the net amount results in a reimbursement to the traveler, then the Disbursement Operations Office will issue payment to the traveler within normal processing times. If the net amount results in a refund to the department, then the traveler must return the net amount due to the applicable Financial Services Office or the Disbursement Operations Office. If no travel advance was received, please use the statewide travel management system to submit the request for reimbursement. Either way, ensure to notate if any meals were provided while in travel status and deduct the corresponding meal allowances accordingly. Also, please ensure you use emergency financial projects related to the work for each day's cost. Financial projects should match what is used on the timesheet. Although not authorized for normal business, Class C meal allowances can be paid during emergencies if an executive order has been issued and the Secretary issues an emergency order suspending the travel statute. Class C travel is for a short day trip in which the traveler is not away from his or her official headquarters overnight. Meals will be paid according to the current rates and established time schedules. For example, breakfast allowance of $6 may be claimed if travel occurs before 6 a.m. and extends beyond 8 a.m. These meal reimbursements will be reported as taxable income and will be reflected in the traveler's gross income on their W-2. Standard travel policies will apply to all other travel-related expenses. Class C travel must be submitted on a separate travel reimbursement voucher, Form 300-000-01, and not combined with any regular travel. Employees and/or managers must also provide the appropriate emergency project numbers for the work performed. Once the travel reimbursement voucher has been approved by the authorized official, it should be sent to the District Financial Services Office or the Disbursement Operations Office as appropriate. The travel will then be audited according to the standard procedures and forwarded to the Central Office Payroll Office. That concludes our segment on emergency-related travel. Please find our contact information on the screen, and we will now open it up for questions.